it. So I'm super impressed with Ricky's form in this team. And, as far as I'm concerned, especially for players that are at the point that he's at in his career, I have zero expectations. So the fact that he's top in the stats of the competition and putting up numbers is amazing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he used to be in that long-term relationship, so I'm just assuming that he's still in that as well, and balancing that with a full-time, high-level Counter-Strike team on top of a job, mate, that is a balance. There's a lot going on there. But let's see how we go, because the grand final is kicking right off. We got Inferno to spice things up here. It's going to be Texter playing solo 1B. We got Payne hunting for a little bit of aggression straight down middle, and it looks like he's not going to be spotted. Swinging on the contact as Inns creeps his way up banana here.
Yeah, Dexter's double entry mid. Mindfreak already a little bit behind the 8-ball. Tux was doing this just the other day, just peeking top middle and thinning the numbers. Liaz has lurked out carpets and picked Ricky on the rotation, though. So he's drawn a lot of aggro back to 8. Texter's rotating through spawn. Tux is still getting harassed over on jungle side, and Liaz is going to put him down. But this is all just excellent salesman work from Liaz. He has completely made Mindfreak buy that this is an A-bomb site hit, and it really isn't.
Yeah, that's all over Red Rover. And I believe you'll be seeing our beautiful faces in just a moment. FlyQuest.
Hello.
Hey. Me.
Hello.
How you doing? We just wanted to celebrate that pistol round win. We thoroughly enjoy when pistol rounds get won, because you know what that means, Mitchell? It means
what?
FlyQuest. They're on. They don't usually win pistol rounds, but you saw overseas what happens when they start winning pistol rounds. Usually, utter domination. So we could be in for that today. We will see. We'll see.
I mean, this is their, like, the map they just beat Mindfreak pretty hard on. I think the T-pistol is really good as well, because I've watched Mindfreak play this map a couple of times against Ardamore and against various different teams. And for me, their CT side seems like it's a little bit stronger than their T side. So I think they need to try to get the most out of their CT side that they can. So if FlyQuest is putting them in a difficult position and front running on their T side, winning the pistol, resetting their economy, it's going to make it quite hard for Mindfreak to get rounds on CT. And if they're not getting rounds on CT, I'm not sure how much confidence I have that they're going to be able to close the game on their T side.
Yeah, look, Gomez said in chat as well. Can't even see why seeding is like an issue to play for today. They're just playing to win. I think the only thing that FlyQuest are playing for in this game is money and glory, and I guess, you know, points for the CS2 RMR ranking or whatever it is, the Valve ranking.
Oh, you know what? True, I did not even think about that.
Or whatever it is, the Valve ranking.
Oh, you know what? True, I did not even think about that, but that's actually very true. I never think about the Valve ranking anymore, but that's going to get more and more important.
Yeah.
Especially next year. So yeah, 100% actually. Games like this are going to start mattering a little bit more in terms of the ranking points. I wonder what the ranking difference is between winning an event and coming second.
Well, it's like, because it's ELO based, right? So it's off of like the money of the event, but then it's also off of where the teams are currently like sitting in the ladder. And if Mindfreak are further down in the ladder,
team, you get more points.
Yeah, and you lose more when you're losing to teams that have less or even way less points than you on the ladder. So
yeah,
it's an odd conundrum the way that they've set
that actually is real. Wouldn't that make things really hard for teams from minor regions who are like the best?
Yep.
Like FlyQuest, because they're going to be playing only teams that are not so good. This is a big issue in chess when you're like trying to grind to get a high elo in chess, but then you play like these cracked kids who like have a low elo, but they might actually be better than their elo. And then it's like, when you're the high elo player in the tournament, it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you win, you get basically nothing. If you lose, you get absolutely cooked.
Oh, speaking of cooked, there goes Ali. And Ricky making a whole bunch of noise, looking for some more damage. Dexter looking to go for a different route out of sight, already down to 38 points of health. Needs to create some space between him and that bomb to survive. Mac 10 going to start to farm up here. Pain falls, as does Gump, and the Mac-10s farm up the dollary dues. FlyQuest dollary don't let Mindfreak get any more damage to their economy, and that is going to be a 2-zip start. Mindfreak, onto the guns.
See what they can get done. They've had a lot of reps lately on this map, so I'm sure that they've come up with some nice approaches. CT side, they've had some good rounds as well. But look, FlyQuest's had a great start. Money is looking pretty good for them on the T side. 4-player stack here on B. A lot of util being traded down early on, but hasn't really been contested at all by FlyQuest. They are just happy to wait out that util. Ins now goes and takes that space. In the meanwhile, FlyQuest has been given a lot of room on this A side. Jump spot from Ins. Seeing a player there. Here's the creep up on Carp's side. Pain joined by 2 players who have rotated over towards A as well.
Contact imminent. Looking like we are going to have some fun here towards short, or dig for all the homies here in Os. Ollie spreading, Pain. Going to be traded on out. Gump from above. Able to find himself that double. Not a triple though, as Liaz finds 2 of his own and really cracks open this A site with the Mackies. Gets himself the upgrade, gets a lot of control with that moto smoke going down at just the right moment. And Ins looking to cut off any rotations over towards the top of mid. Mindfreak already thinking about the save, but they are probing. They're seeing if they can maybe get a pick to equalize. There's no utility. Just that kit on the belt. And I guess they could go for a later retake if they get this pick. Ali down. There is still time to do it. But again, suffocating the economy looks like what we are just seeing. Tuck's going to be sending this way down mid. Ricky caught napping. And it's all just yapping at the end of it. Ins. Little upgrade, little pick, and FlyQuest off to the races on the T side.
Yeah, really good start. 3-0, they win the bonus as well. Liaz is having a great game. Not something that I think Mindfreak had to deal with last time. So that's going to be a little bit more annoying because we know that Liaz loves to get in and amongst it over on that carpet side. If he's feeling himself, he might take a couple more aggressive timings that you didn't have to deal with the last time that you played FlyQuest on this map. So, you know, you think back to the last game and how you were losing, and you think about like, oh, maybe we're losing on banana side, and then the Carps player's having a good game, and you're getting shot in the side of the face, rotating off A. Can be a pain, but that's all theoretical. Oops, out for Alistair now, half buy for Mindfreak. See if they can get any damage done, because the economy is starting to build now for the T side of FlyQuest. And like I said, if Mindfreak can't get too much done on CT, then I think this game of Inferno is going to be quite rough for them. Not only just from their games lately against other opposition, but FlyQuest just 13-6 them on this map in that upper bracket game.
Oh. Push timing doesn't work out. Liaz down, and a little cheeky upgrade. Tuck's continuing to rotate the smokes towards the B site as the CTs... Ooh, very happy to fight for this one. Ricky jumping around like a madman. Won't be able to get that trade-off. Vexite keeps it cool, calm, and collected. And we'll lock onto that second mid control, but him and Ali just trying to punish any of this over-aggression. Ins resets that spray. Now it's just Gump who peeks into that dink. And FlyQuest are hungry to hunt him on down. So good patience in the end. FlyQuest not getting too overzealous, just regrouping, regaining control of the round when Mindfreak started to try to throw a bit of chaos their way. And they've kept it clean still. 4-0.
Yep, good money on the side of FlyQuest. And a great start to the game here. Now a much better buy for Mindfreak, though. Peyton's got the AWP out. Would love to start to see him get rolling. Ricky as well, the player that we highlighted, has had some pretty good games in Inferno, as have Text up. To be fair, these players have not really got too much chance to get into the game yet, but they're gonna need to get rolling sooner rather than later, or this game of Inferno is going to start falling apart very quickly. There is the jump spot on top middle. HE doesn't do too much damage to Pain. Liaz has copped a lot of damage on the spam through the wood wall on apartments there, I think. Nice double nade onto Ins. Chips a lot of HP away from him, and Mindfreak at 120 here still have a lot of utility in the back pocket for the mid to late round.
Yeah, not contesting Banana. Just giving the top Banana control, throwing on the retake utility. And Tux is thinking about going back on in.
That
would be a
totem
mistake.
boost, though.
Yeah, Ali boosted her right up on the logs. But great timing of that flash and the push. Ins not pre-fired over towards Car. And will get spotted jumping up for some vision. And gets the info that he wanted, but he won't get away scot-free.
That's a good start. Mindfreak have been looking for one for a while. FlyQuest, after losing that pick on B, got to group up towards bracket side. Smoke over onto jungle and into Moto, wanting to kick off this A here. Rotations come in from Tux. It's Gump and Texter in the pit. No util to be able to slow this down. They're just relying on this bait set.
Big pick. Dexter snagging that one onto Tux. Bringing it back to the 4v4, but again, this bait setup. We saw it work the other day for them. Dexter switched on. Will go for the hard clear and nice little timing on the trade. Dexter only able to get one there. Numbers still favoring FlyQuest in the post plant and Mindfreak. There it is, the safe call. And we've got Inferno.
Pretty clean. I mean, yeah, this is Inferno in a nutshell, but honestly, pretty clean A-take there from FlyQuest. Needed a couple of kills to go a different way for Mindfreak. Needed to win that duel over on jungle side. And the pit bait setup needed to get something. Like Gump got nothing, and then Texter, he can't 1v4 from small pit against FlyQuest. It's just not going to work. So it's going to be 5-0 from FlyQuest, and yeah, unfortunately for Mindfreak, this just hasn't been a particularly competitive game of Inferno, and if this continues the way it's going, you're betting your house on FlyQuest picking up this map, and that means they only need one in the next 3 to secure the grand final. Already have that one map advantage, which will be Dust. That was the map left over in the pool. In the best of 3, they played in the upper bracket previously. Anubis was the third map, but this time we've got Ancient as the third. FlyQuest picking Ancient over Anubis, which in the upper bracket best of 3, they actually chose to play Anubis instead of Ancient because it came down to the last map decision for FlyQuest. So swapping things up this time around from the best of 5 to the best of 3.
Ooh, I don't hate that boost. That was a nice one. Pain,
Yeah.
slicing
Those
them,
are
slicing them.
Those are exactly the kind of plays that you need to make when you're on a low buy. This is just disrespectful from FlyQuest, though. Surprised Gump even got one on the cross. Texter's pushed all the way through apps. Rotations coming in from Pain. A site's been taken here. There's just so many timings that could go whichever way, and Texter's completely unexpected in second mid there. Winnable round now for Mindfreak. They've just started things a little bit more chaotically, which with the half buy is a welcome sight.
Nice position from Liaz here. No molly to dislodge him. That smoke will let Texter to be a bit more of a nuisance once Tux rather makes his way up. Dig. Yeah, okay, contact. Not going to be made by Tux first. And now he has to run through the crossfire. Big shots from Ali. Great round out of Liaz. And that is a beautifully played 2v3 out of FlyQuest to keep it clean yet again. Just not dropping too much. I guess, look, their economy has taken a hit in a few of these rounds, so there is going to be a chance of a swing round if Mindfreak can find that first round sooner rather than later. But FlyQuest came to game here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Where's Elfish Guy? Did he say he booked a holiday to Bangkok?
Yeah, he said something about he really loves thighs, so he wanted to go to Thailand. Those were his words, not me.
Right.
So that's what's happened there. Hopefully he'll come back sooner rather than later because not really happy with my casting pairing, to be honest.
Today?
No.
Are you kidding? I'll go back to bed.
I believe it. I
You can
believe
solo this bitchel.
No, I'm just playing. Mindfreak, though, they need to start playing the game because, yeah, it's been not a great start from them. They've whipped out the double AWP, so maybe that's the change up that they need. And look, this little cheeky boost has gotten them some picks a couple of times, including last time against FlyQuest. This is something that FlyQuest would have already seen in the upper bracket game, so shouldn't get caught by it. A lot of smokes early on here from the CT side, though. Like, look at this, 1 minute 25. There's almost no grenades left. There's no delaying utility left. No smokes, no mollies for Mindfreak here. Purchasing those double AWPs has eaten into the util banks quite a lot, and they've spent almost all of their util in the early round here. So they need to get a pick or find an aggressive flash timing or just gamble correctly and stack the right site.
Ooh. Missed opportunity for Pain there. Dexter. Just cutting that one right open. Reshuffling that util with the bracket control. And, let's get educational, Mitch.
Yep.
Everyone always says,
I'm ready.
What's bracket? What's that mean? And the thing is, if you look at top mid, if you look at how it looks on the map there, it kind of looks like a bracket on the keyboard. There you go. That's why people call it bracket. Ooh, Ricky.
Oh, you cannot buy double AWPs and miss both the shots. That could have been a 3v5. There we go. Let's go, Pain. Unfortunately, now they've lost jungle control. Molly going into pit side. Liaz trying to open up this A side. Oh, Pain's burning alive, but he's still delivering some good shots.
Okay. Ends up doing his job, bro. That was really well done. You know, if he got that first shot earlier and took Dexter out, then maybe we'd be having a different conversation. Maybe that pain would have been inflicted upon him. But now we got Tux and Ricky in this 2v2 retake. Dexter, solid position up at Graveyard. Sometimes overlooked. Let's see if Ricky's ready. He certainly is not. And, I mean, that was Tux. Sorry, Ricky. Didn't mean to do you like that. Ricky is ready to hightail it away and keep this big green into the next round. Unfortunate.
Good save, yeah. So, yeah. 7-0 from FlyQuest.
Yep.
Can't say I'm too surprised. Yeah, Ricky. That's just disgusting movement from Dexter. Not a single gun save for Mindfreak. Yeah. There's not much to say about this game, honestly, Mac. This is what Mindfreak was doing to house bets yesterday.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm kind of getting. FlyQuest kind of just letting them know, hey, our elo is precious. You cannot steal it in our Valve ranking as much as you want. Ooh, Ricky going to be able to at least snag one away in the chaos of that banana flip. And let's see if they expect that third man. I dare say they do. So, yeah, they're just going to be spraying around, praying, and ooh, that almost looked like it could have gone well for Texter. Unfortunately, doesn't finish off either of those players he was spraying at. And now things get a little harder with Gump falling at the bottom of Banana. It's just Pain in a 1v3 looking to keep the AK into the next.
Get to watch Pain save for 40 seconds. I'm so happy. If he's even allowed to. Dexter is on a little bit of a hunt. Yeah, walking in. Exploring things. Inns is over here too. FlyQuest have got a lot of money. Pain spotted out. It's going to be the ult drop for FlyQuest, but yeah, Dexter's on a bit of a tear again. 12-4. 8-0 for FlyQuest here. Mindfreak, haven't seen attack timeout or anything from them. They just keep buying. This time they don't go for the double ult. mean, may take a shot top mid here if he's allowed to, but no one really giving him an opportunity. He's going to walk down and try to take matters into his own hands. That must have been a good shot on Alistair. Alistair dropped down into the chicken pit there and definitely had a good angle to win that duel, so that must have been a good shot on the ult. Ricky's found a pick over on Banana side, so most promising round for Mindfreak in a while now.
Ooh, spotted. Bit of info going Vexite's way, but so's that AWP shot. And this is looking like it's going from bad to worse. But I'm not writing FlyQuest off, because where there's a will, there's a way. And FlyQuest willpower is cranked the flip out, Mitch.
Yeah. I've seen them win these 2-on-5s, I'm not going to lie. Dexter's still alive. Given the benefit of the doubt, another smoke ready for the B side there. Tuck's ready with the reactive flash over the top of Coffins. Smoke goes out. Dexter's already in front of that. Ricky's just going to go down for free here. Very doable. Only Tuck's alive on the site here. They know exactly where he is. They're going to segment him off. Dexter diving into Churchside, but that's going to be the bomb drop now, which makes things very difficult for Liaz in this 1-on-4.
Has a read on 2 members. And, just waiting for someone to scrim their way through the smoke. Tuck's allowed to reposition. There goes Paint. With 18 in the clip. Liaz still in with a shot, but it's Tex to cut him off at the pass. Solid crossfire established, even through the smoke, holding it down for 20 seconds. And that'll be that. First round on the board finally for Mindfreak, and they've done a lot of damage in the previous rounds, and you can see that that's going to have some influence in this one, but they need to find a second in a row if they want any chance at finding 4 here in the first half.
Yeah. Would put some pretty decent pressure on FlyQuest's economy as well. So it could be a pretty big round for Mindfreak to win. Regardless, though, they're going to be forced to play a lot of T-side, and that's going to make this game of Inferno very rough for them. Good chip damage onto Alistair with the double nade stack. He has applying a lot of pressure into carpets here, forces out the boiler smoke. And pretty passive start here for FlyQuest. Anticipating some form of aggression out of Mindfreak.
Ooh. Gumperino. Taking out Liaz. Let's have a look-see. Ins, swinging right on in, spotting him in the molly, but won't find that second man. Tuck's unfortunate that he can't finish off that spray transfer, and that is just online CS2. 3v3, text up. Oh, he is very ready for a smoke push. He is incredibly ready for this smoke push. Dexter, here's that reload. Impeccable timing to go for the trade, and still gets more value, more impact on 17 points of health. He tucked away in the close line. Ooh, Flash is going everywhere, and thinks he needs to take that one, but he doesn't quite have to. Pain stopping him from existing in the round, gets damaged himself. Good HE, good Flash. This is looking good for a Vexite Clutcherino, and it will be 1v2 from him, and a big 9th out of FlyQuest. Money not going to be an issue now for what looks like the rest of the half.
Yeah, shouldn't be. Unless there's some kind of force upset here, because only one player survived on the T side. Mindfreak, money is a bit of an issue for them though. 2.9 means, you know, you've got a couple of players sitting 3 to 5k. 3 to 4k rather. A couple over that, so they are able to buy up, don't get me wrong, but the util not looking great. Texas down to a Famis as well. Gonna make a round like this a little more difficult.
Nade. Over towards Boiler. Doesn't get much damage done. And a solid app setup. Nice off angles, but it's not enough. And holding lines in CS2 just ain't that much of a thing. especially online. Texter, going for that creep around, back into Apps. Nade, hoping to cut him off at the pass, but Liaz takes the safer approach. Plenty of time to play with here. Balk Molly using that tiny little corner that CS2's brought on in to his advantage. And that's going to be Inns cleaning up shot with Texter, re-wrapping back towards short. I actually like that Molly. You know, I want to highlight that. That was a cool bit of util.
Steal that one. 10-1. Mindfreak maxing out the loss bonus, but with no money in the bank, you can see all of them on 3.4 or 3.7. It's not what you wanted for a buy at the end of the half. MP9s, Famises, and Scouts haven't even been able to win these rounds with the guns. They're just going to push straight down middle. Dexter, double headshot right off the bat and completely dismantling any chance at that aggression working out for Mindfreak. The only one who won their duel was Ricky in Banana, and the rest of FlyQuest are sending it up. I was going to say sending it up. Hey, they're just going to go kill Ricky.
One of those things as well. Ricky 1v4. You want to give it to him, but it just looks a little dire here. Dexter having a El Clasico Dexter performance. It's great to see him hitting this kind of performance again, but it always seems to be here on Inferno. He's a big Inferno lover, and he's a big bloody shooter today. Let's see if he can keep going in the second half. Ricky getting collapsed upon. There just ain't no getting out of Banana unless he pulls out something miraculous. Oh, we getting some knife fun going on here. Liaz gets mollied off. Vexite makes this take longer than it has to. And everyone's going for the knife. Everyone's going for a little bit of fun now. Running through. Surely not. Oh, the disrespect is shown going into the half. 11-1. FlyQuest leading by 10. We are back with it, but for how long is the big question. Second half of Inferno and FlyQuest just need 2. So if they take the CT pistol, then Mindfreak packing their bags and get into their favorite map of Nuke.
That's true. That might be a better approach at this point because Inferno is not going so great. Can't blame them though. I mean, any team that's taking on FlyQuest domestically right now is going to have a tough time of it. And yeah, it's the same thing. Even for Mindfreak, even for a team that has kind of been dominating a lot of the other domestic opposition that are kind of at their level, FlyQuest is just built a little diff. Wrap in through jungle side. A lot of the T's here. It's a triple pit setup from FlyQuest though.
Oh, Ince up top, gets taken out first. Dexter on the headshot line, which arguably would have been the strongest point to play from, gets domed, and so does Jay. So, we are now in a 4v2 situation, but Alistair and Vexite going to give it their best damn crack, put their best foot forward, try to wrap into sight. But I like Mindfreak's approach, just all totaled up with one in pit. It's looking positionally on point. The shots just need to go as well. T-side pistol definitely needed to even think about the word comeback, but there ain't no coming back from this one for FlyQuest, because that is going to be the pistol in the bag for Mindfreak, doubling their rounds, Mitchell. Congratulations. Can we get a golf clap? Just like a slow one? Just okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Calm down, everyone.
There's, look, I think surprised that FlyQuest didn't really get too much done with that pit setup. Like I felt like the USPs were going to dominate at that range, but credit to Mindfreak, hit some really good shots. Here's the force buy though, similar to what Mindfreak were trying to do at the end of their CT half, running down mid with MP9s. Well defended by Mindfreak. Switched on both of the AKs, getting a spray on, and that means it's just Alistair who's solo on this A side. Ricky's just jumping around, finally spots him out, and going to put a lot more pressure on him. HG nade as well to zone him further back, and with the Moto smoke going up, that's going to be A side control for Mindfreak, and FlyQuest will probably just save for the next minute.
So what'd you do with your day?
Hung out with my friend.
Oh.
We had big chats for many hours.
Carafe?
The dog's out. No, he's in Melbourne, bro. No, non-esports person.
Wait, you have other friends?
And then, no, I'm making it up. They go to another school. You wouldn't know them.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. And I had a Subway.
Ooh.
Turkey foot long.
Yep.
Yep. A little bit of smoky barbecue, a little bit of honey mustard. You know, a couple pickles. Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Chocolate chip cookie.
Little cookie. Little cookerino.
What do you have? You said you had a folded pizza and a calzone.
No.
Like,
we don't talk about that.
that.
We don't. One's a folded pizza. One's a folded pizza, but it's like closed up on the edges, so it's like a actual.
So it's the only difference is they don't close the side.
Yes, but the calzone was way more like juicy on the inside and felt like it had less ingredients, probably because it was cooked. Whereas the pizza was kind of like, I think the bread's baked before, and then it looks like it's sort of like topped and then folded afterwards with like fresher ingredients. Kind of like heaps of the rocket, heaps of the like buffalo mozzarella or whatever it's called. You know.
So they put like the
pizza
dough in the oven and cook it, and then take it out, put the stuff on top of it, and just fold it, and then like the cheese melts and like wilts.
So it's kind of like a big sandwichy taco. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I would try that.
Pretty yum. It was really yum with fresh ingredients. So
yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
That sounds like it would be good if you put like rocket and prosciutto and like maybe some cheese on it or something.
Yeah, it did.
Bro,
it was very good.
That's what I was thinking.
You should be Italian. Are you Italian?
No, I'm Polish. I wish I was Italian.
Well, Polish ain't too bad. I got a new Polish friend. I'm not replacing you, Mitch. I just want you to know that. But
I'm not really Polish though. Friend. You know.
Yeah, well, this Pole's living in Ireland, so he's kind of like you know, bit of an expat. Like me, I'm one of those too now.
Wait, was he born in Poland though?
Think so.
See, that's more Polish than me. I'm literally
Whoa.
just a fraud.
Well, never count yourself out, fraud boy.
I don't even know a word in Polish. You probably know more Polish than I do. Ooh, that's actually a pretty round-changing kill. Alistair's got a scout here, though, and then Dexter with the USP. I don't think that's good enough to hold, unless Mindfreak plays this pretty hard. Yeah, Dexter cleared out from up top. Alistair.
Hello.
Back 10's going to clean him up.
Would have been a nice shot there at New Box for that second one. But missed chance, missed opportunity. And yeah, Dexter hasn't got a kill this half. A few people are still struggling in the kill department to get the ball rolling. But
haven't even had a gun round yet, mate. Relax.
Yeah,
relax.
yeah, you're right. That's the point I was getting to, Mitch. Thanks for finishing my sentences. Forgot you did that. It's cute, though. It's cute when you do it.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Yeah,
I
miss you too, Mac. I miss you too.
I miss you.
Yeah.
More, baby.
I'll come visit you sometime, maybe.
Just don't go during Christmas, because the flights during Christmas are expensive. Like almost twice as much. Going home to see the fam. Breaking the bank a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, true. I forgot you. Well, we'll see each other soon anyway.
Yeah. I could have arguably gone earlier, but I wanted to stay in Europe while the major was on, so I could like be at home at the computer to hopefully do content. If I don't do content, I'm going to be really angry at myself. Going to be a good competition, though.
Yeah. Well, I can't really say the same about this game so far, but I'm hoping that might change.
Yeah.
Here's the gun round for FlyQuest. Mindfreak. Gonna go and wait out this initial wave of util. Now going to take some carpet control. Gump gonna have a little bit of a look at the balcony. Molly towards top of Banana and a little bit of spam damage onto Dexter, who's crept forward onto half four. He wants to go aggressive, but actually he's gonna forfeit that control. And Mindfreak preparing themselves to take bracket. We'll see if Ali gets a chance at a shot here.
Oh, that shot gets a little tied up with the molly, forcing him further back on the line. Inns is going forward, flashed in. Love that out of him. Great utility, great support from Liaz in pit, but it's only good for one. Gump going to be able to get himself a little late trade. And Ali, in the meanwhile, going to start to reaggress on Dig. You can see that they are very aware that this could be a possibility, but Ali doesn't cut him off on that midline. So we are going to see Mindfreak escape the whole way in. It's just a matter of moments until Ali probably goes for another push and re-clears, but there's no flash to support. So we'll see if it's Vex up with the info first. It will be. Smoke down at the 30-second mark. That's going to be a beautifully timed one. And Dexter's coming over towards CT with the incendiary. This is looking pretty good, Mitch.
They have HEs to break the smoke, though. There's the incendiary going down. Gets put out by the CT smoke, and a 1-for-1 makes this quite doable. Dexter inside the smoke is quite low. Alistair has cleared middle and is already on a quick flank hand-in-hand with Liaz here, though. So Dexter going to bide his time and wait for the other boys to get involved in the round. Alistair creeping up. Oh, missing the shot onto Gump on Barbecue, who's on for a 3K here. He's a big difference maker for Mindfreak, but we still end up in a 2-on-2. Off angle from Pain. Not checked really well, but still Liaz able to take him out. And Ricky in the 1-on-1, out in no man's land and punished. That's just a case of Liaz movement diffing a little bit. The way he was jiggling those angles was so nice and taking those fights. And that's going to be map point right there for FlyQuest. It was a better looking round for Mindfreak. Give credit where credit's due. I liked the way that they went for this jungle control, and even when you had this nice flash timing from Liaz, Inns was still able to... Gump was still able to trade Inns, and then they went for this B play. It was a pretty decently constructed round from Mindfreak, just losing the XVX at the end of things, unfortunately.
Well, we got mid aggression. Base smoke coming through. Mindfreak looking like they are aware of what could be going down. Eyes on the prize. Texter. No. Goes for the spray. Doesn't watch the short side of the smoke. And ooh, this could be all over Red Rover. Great disruptive play thrown by Inns here. And again, just baiting that shot out. Payne going to be able to at least land one. But it's all up to Ricky and Gump to try and keep Mindfreak's hopes alive in this second half. Mitch, I'm not feeling it. I ain't feeling it on this one.
Bombs down these stairs, like, come on, mate. Don't try and sell me something. I'm not interested.
You want the snake oil?
No, I don't believe in it. Ricky, look, he's
believe?
slithering his way into this round, slowly but surely. And there's 2 AWPers that he has to make it past, but Alistair hasn't been missing much lately, and that's going to be it. 13-4 for FlyQuest. That was a little bit of a stompage. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything crazy because that was a 13-6 in the upper bracket game. And look, Inferno's been a bit of a hit or miss map for Mindfreak, and it's a very, very good one for FlyQuest. So that's not too surprising of a result, let's be honest, this game. But we'll see. They've got a really good strike rate on Nuke. It's been their most played and practiced and successful map in the entire pool for the last little bit. So if they've got any chance at an upset in any of these maps in this grand final, this would be it. However, if they don't get the dub here, it's going to be a 2-0, well, 3-0 overall with the map advantage for FlyQuest and a first place finish for them once again, to no one's surprise. So look, let's see what Mindfreak has got here on the T side. Going to be blowing open the door with an 8 sheet. Progression smoke to the front side of door, but it's a flash up over outside, and Mindfreak looking to take some duels with the pistols early on here.
Oof. Yeah, many numbers getting down for Mindfreak, and they're going to try to overwhelm this B site defense. There's already a few players down here, though, and it's going to get bolstered by Ali making his way to Mega, flash in hand, to try and help the players on site if he needs to. But everything's slowing down, pausing on up, as Ricky is taken out, looking like the multi-pronged attack does not go as expected. And just like that, Mindfreak now heading back towards the upper site. Looks like Dexter's going to try to cut him off the pass, goes to Heaven, but he gets dropped, and just like that, Mindfreak now back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, all comes down to some of these rotations, some of these duels. Vex site checked over on lobby side. It's got a lot of players running at him, so he's just going to play things patiently. Wait for Inns to back him. Alistair's making moves elsewhere, throwing a little bit of util into the upper site. Gumper's picked Vex site. Dooley's picked up by Inns, whose position is discovered. A little bit of pre-fire does connect onto Payne. Alistair's made it into the upper site in the meanwhile, but he's got almost no HP to work with, and as Tux cleans up Inns in radio room, it's a pretty easy shot on Alistair, that low HP. Mindfreak, T-pistol, much needed, and off to the start that you want to be seeing from them.
Yeah, they're going to be happy as Larry with that one. Incredible mid-round call just to make sure they go back upper. Great read on the numbers over towards ramp and the potential stack on lower. And yeah, FlyQuest unfortunately just couldn't get it done. Even with Inns looking quite sharp with those dualies. But what do we got now? Mindfreak going for the waterfall smoke. Looking like it is... Oh no, it's just going to be that 2-smoke wall. Looking to deny information. FlyQuest going for an early wrap all the way through secret. But it's an upper pop. And it was all the roofs. Dexter, 5-7 in hand. Going to be able to get enough damage with the spacing. Not good enough for the trades. Payne coming through a little bit late. Gets tagged up by the scout. Things getting a little awkward, but Ali falls. And who knows how this one's going to go. Payne on 4 points of health. Ricky on 54. It's not looking very good for them at the moment. Bomb down on the A site. I don't know if FlyQuest are aware of that.
He's gone back to spawn to pick up a Galil. I have no idea why there's a Galil in T spawn right now with everybody that was in upper. That doesn't make any sense. I must have missed something this round. Anyway, like you said, Payne very low. Ricky has probably got to be a bit of a difference maker here. Leaz kind of has an inkling that someone might be trying to creep outside, but that's a really nice timing for Ricky. He might actually just catch Leaz with his pants down. That's huge. Inns, 50 HP with the scout. Gonna try to find Ricky on outside here. Both of these players, one hittable by the scout. He's seen Ricky, but he hasn't really reacted to it. I think the comps have come across there. USP's out. That was an instant one tap. Maybe Ricky did not have head armor. Molly goes into heaven.
Oh,
Payne
HE.
gonna
He just
plant
picked up
safe, but the
HE.
HE might just get it done.
Okay. Oh, good plant. I feel like the plant has maybe saved the half and the following rounds for this one. But FlyQuest going to be incredibly happy with that round win. They did go all in on it. So you'd expect with the plant, Mindfreak are probably going to be buying up again.
Yeah, we'll see. The thing is, these are weird situations, right? You got 2.6,
Yeah.
2.9. One player surviving makes the CTs really resettable, so that's a situation where you might go for it. I think the bomb plant would mean you definitely go for it because you'd be double eco. But actually, when you do get like 2.3 to 2.9 across the whole team and you've got 1900 loss bonus, a single save is worth
Yeah,
considering as well. You'd
could
be more
definitely go
likely to
hard.
take a single save though when there's not only one player surviving, right? Like there's much more reset potential here, and that's why Mindfreak's going to go for it.
Yeah. I'm still thinking back to why there was a Galil in spawn. Maybe someone bought it and didn't realize they bought it and was like, we're going for this strat, man. You just gotta go outside. And they went out with something subpar.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Anyway, 1-1. Inns throwing that AK over to Alistair. He's going to buy himself an M4. Pretty good buy across the board for FlyQuest. Ricky's dropped Gumper Hero AK, and he's going to take Deagle no armor here. Payne is saving an extra $600 for an AWP in round 5. Should they lose here? Door blown open. Smokes across outside on the left-hand side of yard. And quick rotation down lower from Dexter. He's going to make his way very quickly into secret here. In's trying to peer up over the top of them. So he can pick Gump on Heaven, and up on Silo rather. And if he does, their AK is not going to be very retrievable.
Oh, there it is. Fishes for him. Finds Tux with those last couple of bullets. Great little pop flash. Not heard, not expected. And Dexter's going to be able to snatch yet another. So the force buy gets forced away from Mindfreak, and that one is rough. AK retrievable. Vexite, he's got the smooth moves to get onto Silo and grab himself an upgrade. And FlyQuest is going to be in a very nice financial position after that 5-man surviving round.
Yeah, even like you said, picking up the additional AK, so might have even improved their position overall. About 2k to 3k plus on all of these CTs going into just a dry Glock eco pretty much. Nothing really invested here from Mindfreak. This is a really good start to the CT side of Nuke, and this is what I was saying. Mindfreak pushed FlyQuest the other day very close when they were looking a little sleepy, and in this grand final, they're looking really switched on. Good molly timing onto the door, and that's a really quick mop-up 5-second round.
Well, speed run on this one. Let's see if Mindfreak can get it done. Now they're back on the guns. It's a completely different beginning to Nuke to what we saw in that previous series. Ooh, Tux. Yet another different position to be throwing these smokes from. Looks like we're going to get that 3 smokes up this time. But the waterfall smoke has not connected. So Ricky falls.
One's been left in spawn. Gump trying to creep through the smoke on the timing. A really easy kill for Liaz, for Alistair there, boosted up. Liaz taking pot shots across Vexite. Cleared up from backside of lobby. Tux was going back for the bomb. So that's gone quite well. Dexter looking to drop it again and make things difficult for Mindfreak, and I think he's going to be able to. Down goes Tux. Now you're going to have to see Payne go back for the bomb. Dexter's not really in a position to trade him either.
That one feels like it's a little bit of prep work. It felt way too easy for FlyQuest to just keep on pushing through lobby. Like they must have been aware what Mindfreak were throwing with those smokes at outers.
Well, they've
Decided to go on the
already
aggressive.
played them on this map the other day, so
Yeah,
definitely could be. And you were talking a little bit about how they've got their new analysts, and you're feeling like that's helping them hit another level. So yeah, definitely. Not that these players are not capable of, doing that prep work on their own, I would say it would be more of a case of, I don't know if they'd have the motivation or the need to necessarily do prep work at this level of competition, but when you have someone who it's their dedicated role to do that, that's where you might see something like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't think they would need to anti-strat any of these games in the past, but when you have an analyst, like, he's probably just going to do it anyway, you know?
Well, let's see if there's going to be a pace change again. Mindfreak holding down lobby this time. With FlyQuest standing back. Payne has that default molly. We saw Vexlight playing up here the other day, and it was a pretty successful position. Whereas that smoke onto the molly just to fake his position at default. But Mindfreak not actually hitting uppers. They are going to scrim it into lower instead. Flash doesn't connect onto Liaz, but he knows he's about to get overwhelmed. So he'll give the map control. Fast flank from Vexlight. Looking just to wrap on him. Ins making sure no one's going to make their way all the way through lockers. Oh, and gets just to AC in time. So in a bit of a predicament. Doesn't quite spot Ricky jumping up and takes them both down. Awkward fight for him to deal with, and he'll fall eventually. And that's going to hit an AK across to Mindfreak. But FlyQuest, of course, two-man advantage. All the info in the world on both those players' positions. You can definitely put all of the pieces in the right spots to lock in a fifth.
Payne, he's looking for something with the AK and not really able to connect on anything. Off angle from Vexite, unchecked. Bomb is in CT spawn right now. Texter's going to go for the AK first, going for damage rather than the round win. Gets neither. Alistair puts him down pretty easily. 5-1 for FlyQuest. 14k in the bank account for Alistair. 10 plus on 3 players. There's not going to be any resetting the CT economy anytime soon. This is just kind of devolved into a T half where you're just trying to get a couple rounds if you can as Mindfreak. They're going to take another tack timeout. See what they're able to put together here. But yeah, I'm getting the sense that FlyQuest is taking this grand final a little more seriously than that upper bracket game. They're a little more switched on. And they're playing, in general, I feel, a little bit more aggressive and coordinated than they were previously. I think that lobby push is a good example of it. And even just, like, pinching outside together in another one of the other rounds really feels like wherever Mindfreak is going on the T side, FlyQuest is very quickly responding to that and trying to break them straight away before we even end up in the mid to late round.
Let's see what we get in the 7th. Door getting broken. Dexter playing it a little safe, waiting for that spray to come through door, but goes down into the vents instead for a faster rotation to Secret. And Ins will buy him some extra time to get over to the stairs. But this time the T's are using the smokes as a tunnel in towards the warehouse, which is called Garage. Over here, Mitch had a conversation. They called me an idiot for calling it warehouse yesterday. But that's okay. I know they're wrong.
They are. Alistair gonna get pushed off the line by a little bit of util. Doesn't need to see to find a pick regardless. Just great crosshair placement and awareness. Ins over on Annex side. So these players inside Garage having some good impact. And look, Mindfreak, we'll see how they put this 4-on-4 together. But look, control of ramp is nice, but that is not the bomb site. And there's a nice little crossfire on both uppers and lower here for FlyQuest.
Liaz ready, but not quite ready enough. And it's going to go the way of Mindfreak. Trying to entry on the A site. Vexite not quite spotted, but he will be throwing that util. And he's not quite ready for Gump lurking on the door. Dexter making noise going to heaven. And Ali, slow but sure flank coming through on the lobby side. Knows that Gump is low. He's going to target him first. Nade whittles him down even lower.
What?
The bullets. Where'd those bullets go? What those bullets do, boy? That was dirty. Woo.
Counter-Strike 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's a video game.
I'm gonna need a Swift, here we... Yep. Okay, those bullets definitely didn't hit, but I swear those first ones, like, couldn't hit anything else. Anyway, that happened. Mindfreak... getting lucky, I guess, to get that second round.
They did a good job putting it together, to be fair, in the 4-on-4.
Yeah.
Nice little cheeky place into play into Garage, as you mentioned. Your favorite part of the map. Dexter, though, aggressing, picking up Tux. This is what I was saying. FlyQuest are being proactive today. They are breaking down Mindfreak's plays, isolating the lurker that round. Tux often seen making his way into secret. Liaz spots out the AWPer. Gonna chuck a nade at him. But Mindfreak not too dissuaded about that. They're still gonna try to make their way into ramp room here.
Ooh, big shot. Payne ready for the aggression. Now it's just Dexter towards the upper side. Ali not far away, going to rotate into heaven. But Mindfreak just keeping it slow, realizing that FlyQuest are trying to abuse the holes in their defense.
Yeah, Mindfreak are just resigned to radio room without the lurker in play. Things are getting a little bit more one-dimensional, and they haven't gone and reworked that map control. Gonna just try to rely on this contact play in towards ramp. Flash goes forward. He's gonna go straight past Liaz, playing in a different position. Checked by Texter, traded well by Gump, but Alistair gonna keep the numbers in the favor of FlyQuest.
Nice placement on the molly. Ins forced to fight, and he's going to take that fight every day of the week. Looking for a little tiny pre-fire, drawing attention away from Dexter. Big swing and a big ding. 6 secured for FQ.
Money a little shakier now for Mindfreak. Texter and Tux down to 3k. No chance of resetting FlyQuest anytime soon. They had an insane economic start to this half. I don't think I've seen CTs with that much money that early on in quite a while. So for Mindfreak, I mean, you could try and go for a light util buy. And indeed, they don't go for a light util buy. They've just had to go down to Tex and Galils. Still investing in a lot of util. That flash is beautiful. I think that was a self-flash from Ins, setting himself up for the play. So there was no flash assist there from either team. Underarm flash from Dexter, trying to keep the T's back for now. Gums made it close on towards T vent, and Ricky picking Dexter in upper keeps this in a 3-on-3. But we'll see if there's any chance to convert. Last uppers defender is Vexite here at CT vent. Alistair's made it in towards heaven though, and that's a hell of a shot from him. Gonna drop down, continue to try to apply pressure. Texter finally trading back and actually ending up in a one-on-one here. They know that Liaz is the ramp player.
Just playing that clock down. Nice safe position from him. Texter trying to figure out exactly where Liaz has gone. Timing favors Liaz on the line. Texter worried about that flank coming through, and it's all Liaz on the timing with plenty to get that defuse off. That's going to be 7 and a 5-round lead found for FlyQuest in the first half already, with the potential for 10.
NT from Texter though. Almost 1v5 the other day and had a pretty good crack at a 1v3 there. Was winnable. Mindfreak with the max loss bonus and the bomb plant though are going to be able to buy up into this next one. Texter's going to buy himself an AWP. Don't know. I can't even remember the last time I've seen that, if ever. Molly actually doesn't hit the mark. Flash gonna blind him temporarily, but he's got a good swarm for outside, and he's going to try to take it. In's not going to give him the opportunity to get that kill, and missing the shot on the cross. In the meanwhile, though, with the outside pressure that's come through, FlyQuest has taken all lobby control, and Vexite's already on T roof.
Oh, lovely position, spotted, jumping around. And FlyQuest really just abusing the fact that they're able to get onto this T-roof for so many of these rounds. Mindfreak having to invest so much time to look back at it, and then a lot of the time they just weren't reacting to the fact that FlyQuest were able to get there.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's something that they might not have even ever played against, to be fair. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that to Mindfreak, and it's something that you don't see very often in general. But, you know, out with the outside plays that you make on the T side and leaving a lurker behind, these lobby pinches are pretty common. I don't know. Have you seen anything like that at the top level, like abusing lobby to that point where you just go up the ladder lately? Is that like a common meta thing recently, or is this just something that FlyQuest is doing today?
I think it's more of a Lin Vision thing. If you remember that game, Lin Vision, Furia from a while
I remember
ago,
Tai Lu. I remember Danking knife out through heaven, dropping down into hut with an orb, and then B-hopping through lobby when there was already 4 Ts there and going up the ladder like 10 seconds into the round.
Look,
without
to be
stopping.
fair,
That
I
was...
wouldn't say it's a tactical high level thing. It's something that I've been doing almost every game I've been playing Nuke in my matchmaking games, because I will do like you smoke off the hut wall, then throw a flash into the smoke, and then you just hope everyone in lobby's blind by that. You just jump onto the ladder, zoomies to T-roof, and just flank whoever's sitting silo, because you know that in MM, there's going to be like bad communication. No one's going to say, yo, you're getting flanked, bruh. So yeah. But high level, definitely not. It is just going to be a pop, and it's working pretty bloody well in it. Oh, Ali going to be able to snatch one back and try to bring it back into FlyQuest's favor. Liaz looking across the top is going to rain some fire from above, and Ricky trying to make it happen. 1v2 gets that reload off, spots Liaz through the top of the site. But it is going to be Liaz to win eventually. The Tech-9s keep FlyQuest guessing, but there is money for bloody days, and they only need it for one more round.
Yeah, similar story, unfortunately, to what we saw on Inferno. FlyQuest out for blood today. And Mindfreak, unfortunately, had a lot of good games lately, and I still expect them to, but this matchup is tough for anyone in OCE at the moment. So, look, we'll see if they can string a third T round together here. Wall of Smoke's invested across outside once again. And it looks like FlyQuest, yeah, as soon as they see that and the pressure on outside, they're going to do the exact same thing. Ins straight onto lobby roof. Ricky's waiting for him this time, but still can't win the duel.
Unlucky, really. Well, Molly in secret. Gonna give Mindfreak a little bit more control. Annex smoke. And the missed lockers smoke. Gonna be enough to get the full outers and yard wrap control. And FlyQuest all tucked up on A site. Dexter surely hearing a little bit of that information. And the drop is enough to get them to pivot. In's aware of the danger looming above them. And, oh, good placement on that HE. In's going to be able to dodge it as best possible. Just waiting for Flasher to come through before readjusting. They crosshair back to heaven, and Vexite just goes, you know what, I ain't waiting for you. 2 for 2, though. Keeps Mindfreak in this for sure. Smoke over towards main Gump, inflicting pain, and Liaz, his position not quite known. Bomb going to be able to traverse its way to site, or at least you'd think so. 10 seconds. Molly down where Texter wants to be planting, but he's got a little space here. Commits to it. Oh, gun gets out just in time. Liaz, fall damage, not quite readjusted for, and Texter won't be able to clutch it out this time. Liaz, lap of happiness. And we'll get it done for 10. That is going to be an 8-round gap here at the end of the first half, and Mindfreak, unfortunately, have a hill to climb. Let's have a look at how the second half goes. Mindfreak really desperately need a pistol to even think about the idea of a comeback, and then maybe I'll use that reverse S word. But, mate, it's a long while away. FlyQuest are playing some solid CS right now. And, ooh, Vexlight's going down real damn quick. The upper pop is not quite being dealt with. These USPs aren't ringing true, Mitch.
Not yet. Going to try to organize themselves for the retake. Ricky probing in through radio. They've got one up in heaven. Payne's been able to find Alistair on the site. Tux traded on outside. Puts us into a 2-on-2. Dexter just trying to play the off angle under heaven. He has also spotting that out. Caught in the side by Ricky. So 2-on-1 for Dexter. Only 40 HP to work with. Does catch Ricky unawares, but Payne peeking off that perfectly. And Mindfreak going to win themselves a much-needed pistol, but can't get too carried away just yet. Bomb plant does go down for FlyQuest. They get a handful of kills in this round as well, so it's going to be a pretty nice-looking force buy in towards round 14 here.
Not bad, not bad. A much-needed round gets one. And Mindfreak are right on the guns. But FlyQuest with the plant, they are forcing this one every day of the week to see what they're going to be able to concoct with the round. And Outers seems to be the target position for the initial stages.
First part of the wall of smoke yet. Trying to help FlyQuest cross down into lower. Another smoke. Flash up over the top. Did spot at least one player over the top of the smoke. So the rotation has come in. Smoke goes down. FlyQuest not respecting that. Busting straight through it. Gump under a lot of pressure now. It's got 3 Ts facing him when he re-picks out Vent there. Texter and Ricky still on the lowest part of the site. Payne's in through Megaton as well. There are so many CTs here for Mindfreak, and this is going to make it very difficult for FlyQuest to break through. Just way too many angles they have to deal with. That's some great rotation work from Mindfreak to be able to respond to that lowest push.
Oh. A little bit of damage done onto Inns. That bomb in a very difficult to retrieve position, but it is going to be the two-pronged approach. So Inns has the chance to isolate both of these fights. He's just trying to figure out where that second man is. And Tuck's a little worried to take that extra step just in case Inns is looking at him. Inns making his way to site now. It's all just down to how much time Texter can buy, but he's just going to do it all himself instead. 4 on the board and 2 M4s carried across into round 15.
And no bomb plant here for FlyQuest, so shouldn't be double down on the buy. Probably just pistol purchase, try to keep the economy weak for Mindfreak, and buy up into round 16. Deagle's coming out. Dexter's going to buy a scout because it's that kind of game. See what he's able to do with it. Money's still not good for Mindfreak, so air kill you're getting in this round for FlyQuest is pretty impactful.
All right. Shots coming out, and Gump going to hit the target. Through the old squeaky smoke. Texter on that reroute will spot the jump across to Little Blue, but Unbreakable not going to be the place to be. Fully as Dexter as well going to be spotted over towards Big Red. And this is looking like it's a flop of a round for FlyQuest. Vexite, how many are we giving him? 2? 1? None. One.
And it was the hardest shot. 4 alive for Mindfreak. Only dropping the MP9 though. That's a really nice anti-eco for them. They've got a pretty good CT on this map. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. It was a very one-sided first half, don't get me wrong, but look, Mindfreak's got good money behind them. They've got full rifles here. I got my fingers crossed for them. They can just come around for FlyQuest, so let's see what they've got. A lot of smoke's invested in towards outside. It's the full wall of smoke across, not being committed to. 4 players in lobby. Inter's taken a lot of damage. Dexter's trying to get a little bit of a lurk on outside. It's just a 1-4. But FlyQuest not really making any ground anywhere except for on this outside lurk.
Rotated utility out of Mindfreak just to make sure they can hold as much map control as possible. Ali, the bomb retrieval service, and FlyQuest looking like they are just going to send it back towards outers, which could actually catch Pain in transition. Man's making his way to the back of red. A solid spot to be in until he walks onto that line. Ali very much ready. Now with the man down, things are going to get very difficult for Mindfreak to make this one happen. Molly doesn't quite spread everywhere on the top of hut. So the CT's able to still stay stacked on upper. Bombs made its way through secret already, infiltrating the halls. Dexter finding another makes this one even more difficult. Door controls there. There ain't no dropping for the CTs. Not easily. The 2v3 gets brought back to by Tux and Ricky. Let's see if they can accomplish the retake.
Yeah, play it for Decon and Windows. They've both got kits. Not a whole lot of util to block these sight lines, smoke off Decon or Windows or doors or anything like that. And it really doesn't look like they're too keen on going for this one. I think the double save is sensible looking at the money for Gump and Pain here. A double drop would make a pretty big difference here. Vexite, though, does not want to let that happen. Gets caught in transition. That's going to be an upgrade for Ricky to an AK heading into this next round. So another round for FlyQuest there. Good picks in the mid-round and able to just maneuver their way around the map despite not having too many smokes left over in the mid to late round. They still make things work. Mindfreak, last chance really for them. Gonna get the drops on over. AWP gonna be handed to Pain. But if they get reset here with the 1900 loss bonus, that's gonna be all she wrote.
Mindfreak going for the upper stack. 3 here. Gump taking a large chunk of damage from that molly on hut. Looks like it spread down Tetris as well, so I dare say that's where he thought he might have been safe, but alas, he was not. Ali get himself ready for yet another top hut molly. Tuck's going to CT vent this time. Get reload off. And FlyQuest forming that conga line over towards ramp side.
Pain on this ramp line is probably going to get tested here. Has not had the best of games so far. And if Mindfreak is going to make a little bit of a run here on the CT side, he's going to have to get rolling. Util pressure on upper, just trying to draw out a little bit of a reaction. Push away from ramp room. Pain hits the shot. Gump's taken a lot of damage in uppers in the meanwhile. FlyQuest still trying to make moves into ramp room. Dexter gets mollied out of elbow. Dexter's caught Pain on that rotation, and now Under's under a lot of pressure. The CT's a little out of position here. Tux has got to be a bit of a difference maker before the rest of the boys get in position, but he wasn't ready for Dexter on Windows. He's tried to cancel the plan, and he's been punished. Alistair's stuck around in ramp room, going 1 for 1. And now Mindfreak got to complete a retake with pretty poor positioning. Dexter's got a kit, but that's about all Mindfreak has got going for them right now, and they might just save again.
Seems to be the direction they're going. And they might just be getting sent out of the grand final very early on here. Looking like, even though we got a very good game of Nuke the other day in the upper bracket final, Mindfreak unfortunately got off to a flat start, and flat starts in CS2 can be a recipe for failure.
Yep, I'd agree with that. I think also just it seems like FlyQuest, after playing this against this Mindfreak Nuke T side once already, has kind of figured out some of the tricks and was definitely abusing outside a lot. They had some hard reads. Like, how do you end up on lobby roof 3 or 4 times in a row on CT side? Like, they clearly knew exactly how they could have used Mindfreak in this game. And I'm not sure Mindfreak was particularly ready for it. Us buy chance here for Mindfreak. Not the best of buys you've ever seen. MP9, Faunus, and Scout to try to fight for the series here.
Okay. Texter at Heaven missed that little bit of information, and Dexter's in a great position to make a flank happen. Ali as well, just going to be able to deal with that man down halls, and it looks like with the secret control, Dexter committing to the ramp flank. If they can find this man in halls, that is the B site. Cracked right open.
There's some man advantage for FlyQuest. Ricky's the only one in lowers, but with an MP9 and more space being taken here by FlyQuest, Dexter's not even going to have to make a sound cue to crit in behind him here. This is looking like a bit of a nightmare scenario. That pick is probably just going to end things here. Last 2 players for Mindfreak in upper. Tux on uppers. Texter's in heaven, and the whole lower site has been lost. They can't rotate through secret either because Liaz is continually applying pressure over there. I think this is probably going to be curtains for Mindfreak in this grand final.
I'd say you're bloody right. Oh, awkward time on the reload. Dexter falling. And now there might be a path back into the B site. Both sides of Mega going to be watched by 2 individuals. Ali hits his. Backside doesn't need to. They go the same way, and Ali mops up shop. 17 to 11 for him. 13 to 7 overall. That was a solid showing from FlyQuest here on Nuke, and a very unfortunate one for all the Mindfreak fans out there who are hoping that we would get more of a grand final for them. But yeah, that was just a masterclass, and exactly why FlyQuest are the best to ever do it in